when I was 8 or 9 years old, I went to a Magnes basketball camp in Lake Charles. It was a summer camp, and the last day, the head coach of Magnes came on and talked to all of us. It was probably 300 kids, and he had a story about one of his friends that was in the Gulf of Mexico fishing, and there was a bad storm and the boat collapsed, and everybody was the boat capsized. Everybody was holding on for dear life, and one of his friends who was overweight, he was probably 350 pounds, the person that you would think would be the first person to die, ended up holding on to part of the boat for 4 or 5 days. And when the Coast Guard finally found him, they didn't find anybody else. Everybody else died. When they found him, he was mumbling something. And so they rushed him to the hospital. He was in the ICU. And then days later, he was still mumbling something. And so this story stayed with me my whole life. So eventually, when he came to, they asked him, "What are you mumbling?" And what he was mumbling is, "Never give up." And so that story stuck with me. When I played soccer at SMU, when I started my own firm, there's been many moments of wondering, do I give this up? Do I give up the sport that I love because I'm in a tough position? Do I maybe change law firms or change what I'm doing because this is a very tough industry? And that story resonates deeply in me, because every time I then ask myself, no, I'm going to keep moving forward. And by doing that, there's been growth. And there's been, although it's been challenging, I look back and I'm like, I'm so glad I stuck to that. I didn't give up. And I think that's the message I would have for anybody is, if this is something you're really passionate about doing and you believe in it, there's going to be hard times, but the hard times are there for your growth. And so that story stuck with me for my whole life.